Over the past couple months, I've been a bit mentally all over the place. This was due to a lot of stuff that I'm not going to get into, but one thing that I noticed was that the activities that used to bring me extreme amounts of joy just didn't affect me as much anymore. It caused me to not to want to do anything fun with my time because I should be working, but then the work itself would seem so daunting, so I would just scroll through my phone. And while I have been doing swell as of late, I still have that feeling lingering within me. Even when I decide to relax, I still feel kind of empty. To make this relevant to games, I recently beat Bloodstained, which was a good game, but all I could focus on were its rough edges. It made playing it feel like a chore, especially towards the second half, which is definitely rougher than the first half. My emotions tend to feel very muted, or at least they feel very muted compared to my perceptions of whereabout they should be. So having those hobbies that used to bring me joy not have the same impact as before was disappointing. I don't want to paint a picture of everything being terrible, because that's far from the truth. I just tend not to remember the high points. You know, the time spent with friends doing the dumbest things. The joy of completing something you spent hours upon hours creating. The moments where all the stressors of the world fade away, even if it's just for a couple of seconds. These thoughts weirdly came into my head when I was playing Before Your Eyes. For those of you who don't know, Before Your Eyes is a game where the story only moves forward when you blink. There will be certain moments that you want to live in forever, but eventually you will blink, and you will have to move forward. The moment in particular that brought up these thoughts happened at a very sweet and meaningful moment in the game. But it wasn't the actual moment in the game that sparked all of this. It was the fact that I accidentally blinked almost immediately. That moment, that in any other medium and in most other playthroughs would have been a key event, just disappeared before my eyes. That's the name of the game, almost. When I talk about the storytelling potential of video games, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. The story itself is very good, but it's the way that it's executed that makes it so impactful. There are so many moments that I want to live in forever, and so many points of the story that were so gripping that I tried not blinking as long as possible. If there's one drawback to the approach that they took, is that occasionally I would need to recalibrate the blink tracing, but this is a minor gripe. I swear it felt like the game knew when I was about to cry just to give me the blink prompt. After playing a lot of games that I would describe as mostly okay, Before Your Eyes comes to remind me of how sicko games can be. If you like short, impactful stories that take advantage of the medium of video games, then play this game. I'm not promising that you will experience the same little journey that I went through, because obviously I've presented you a vastly oversimplified version of my own events. Don't trust anyone on the internet, they are all evil. But what I can promise is a unique game that doubles as an emotional gut punch. The only demographic that I would not recommend Before Your Eyes to is people who like to play soulless, boring video games. I'm sorry, this one may not be for you. Good game.